Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today, as promised, we will be going through the path from 6.2.5 that I recommended in my previous video with the team I recommended using. This will allow you to get a little bit more insight into why I chose this team and how I play around the global nodes. This will be much more relaxed, but I still suggest you go watch that video first if you haven't already, as it contains all the key information around this quest. And with that, let's jump in. So, here we are in 6.2.5, and we're taking teleport at 9 to path C through Hela. The first two fights on this path are relatively straightforward, and Moleman will be taking both of them. For Hela, all we have to remember about is her indestructible at the end, and do note that her damage will sort of go up and up and up as she stacks up those furies. So, first thing I'm doing with my Moleman is building my monster mass. This is a 6'3 Moleman, but 565 with some boosts, and you'll see pretty much exactly the same results. So we're up to 8 mass, up to 12 mass, and you see the charge there never even appeared, because my hit put my combo to 5, which gave me the charge, but because it was a heavy, it instantly got removed. Same thing happens there again. Now we're just going to take a blocked hit once we get that special out, and then we can go into our frenzy mode, big special 2, and let the bleed start doing some work. So there's the special 1 hit, there's the charge, and that counts as an intercept for Moleman. It's not sort of a proper intercept, but because you react instantly with your unstoppable, it does count as removing the charges. I'm going to do it again in a moment. So we'll back off, break the special 1. So now we're up to 3 charges, but that is an intercept for Moleman. That isn't because she used a light attack. It has to be on her dash, like that. So, we're just going to grab a few more monster mass charges, go for my special 2. And here, when I was talking about the node being buggy, that's a case for it. I took a burst of damage from the node triggering, even though she didn't die, but I think it's interaction between the indestructible, her being at 1 health point, and so on. But 1 charge's worth of damage isn't too impactful, and I believe in most fights, I'm going to take at least 1 point of damage. Stocking up on a few health potions before these fights could be a good move. So now we have Moon Knight, and we're going to go for a pretty similar story here. Because of the phase of the moon he's in, he gains slightly increased power gain, but it's not enough to really warrant doing anything different. So we're going to build our monster mass again. There's the heavy to remove the charge. We're up to 8 mass, keeping my eye on his power bar. I'd like to push him to special 2 as it's a bit easier to work with. But he goes for the special 1 again. So we're up to 12 mass. So we're just looking, there we go. So we trigger our frenzy mode. So now we get guaranteed crits, lots of bleeds, big damage on the special 2. Now we can get the special 2 out from him. Eventually. Come on. There we go, special 2. And Moleman's heavy reach is so awful I couldn't heavy counter that for more charges, so we'll have to parry him and do it like that. Back up to 10 charges, that's a good amount now, so we can keep this going for a bit. Seem to have a dropped block there, but no big deal. And I'm in my frenzy mode, so I can't shrug off debuffs. Drop the charge there with a heavy attack, just trying to bait the special 2 out of him. There we go. So we've got 1 charge to get rid of, we get rid of it there, and we drop the special 2 for a massive overkill. Poor Moon Knight. Up next, we have roadblock number 1, and this is Gwenpool. Her power gain is through the roof, and so I brought Dr. Doom here specifically for this fight. I'm going to be using a White Mags pre-fight here. All it does in this fight for me, really, I mean, I get the passive stuns, but that's irrelevant. It just gives me 15% extra damage, and because how annoying this fight is, I like that damage. Look at her power bar. Medium, light, heavy, and she's already at 2 bars of power. So, but now we drag her back so she can throw her first bar, because remember, she wants to throw them in order. If I push her over that second bar, she's just going to go to special 3. So that's the special 1. Here comes the special 2, and now all I've got to do is get to special 3 before her. It's safe to go for that heavy, because I knew that she wouldn't be throwing her special 2, because she's already thrown it. Standard Doom cycle, medium, light, medium. Drain her power, because she still wants to throw that special 3, so I know no specials are coming my way. I drop my special 2, she gains no power from my specials because my aura is active, and all I'm trying to do now is keep my charges low, and her away from the special 3. Take a burst or 2 from the node, annoying, no big deal, That's one of the harder, but that's probably the hardest fight on the path, so we're good. Up next we have Dr. Voodoo. This guy has Masochism, so what we could do is use Doom again with the White Magneto pre-fight, so we don't have to worry about the stuns, or we can just use Ghost that doesn't care about debuffs. I get absolutely finessed there by Voodoo, but back in the rhythm now. So Ghost, a bit like Mole Man, has access to slightly different intercepts. That counts. So we go again, that counts as an intercept. Get the special 2 out of him, go for my own special 2 here. I get a bit lucky that he runs in there. We haven't brought Wasp this time, so we're going to be a little bit more careful with how we get our special 2s, otherwise we can be very chill with them. But no Wasp, so we've got to be careful. Again, using Ghost's phase intercepts to just drop all the charges pretty much instantly. Accidental parry there. No big deal, it's only 5% Masochism, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Here I wanted to go for my special 2, but my cruelties are running out, so I actually get a 5th one there off the light attack, and we go for the special 3. This will lock in all the cruelties, so now I don't have to worry about them going away, and I can get another 5. If I had brought Ant-Man for extra damage, this would actually reduce my damage temporarily, because he gives extra damage based on your buffs, and obviously if we turn all those buffs into passives, then we don't have any more buffs. But again, no Ant-Man, so we can do what we want. Using Ghost's face intercepts to keep the charges off us. Trying to get his special 2 out of him here, there we go. And now waiting for that, perfect. Big special 2. And then we take a burst of damage annoyingly here, and this one hit should finish it. Yeah, should finish it. But it didn't for some reason, because the node's a buggy mess. So we take a few extra hits, because I'd already put my phone down by this point, as I thought we'd finished. But oh well. Up next we have Gamora, and we're back to Mole Man. I always have trouble with Gamora's special 1, so I do try and bait it out from a distance, because I find it's a very fast animation, and very easy to get clipped by. You might find it simple, but just something to watch out for. So, similar to the other fights, building our monster mass. Going to go for get into our frenzy mode. See, bait it from a distance, otherwise you might get smashed. And then we go for our big damage special 2. So, dash back and hope she throws it, so we're good there. Take a blocked hit to trigger frenzy. That still counts as an intercept. Good damage, and we get those bleeds ticking away. Nice 15k crit on the end of that. And there, yeah, as I said, I just get clipped by it. I don't know why, and I'm not even in my debuff shrugging phase because we're in frenzy, so I have to eat those bleeds as well. Doesn't do too much damage here, which is lucky for us, but it can be extremely nasty. So a couple more heavies, just block this one, and some bleeds and some nice crits, and this fight should be no major worries. Nice. Up next, we've got Symbiote Spider-Man, and we'll be using Mole Man again, but the fight will be slightly different. This guy, whenever he throws a special, will get evade, his Spidey Sense passives, which will allow him to evade. Which leaves us with an interesting dilemma with Mole Man. If we build the monster mass, we can go for our frenzy and big damage. But we lose our true accuracy, that's the blue passive on the left. That true accuracy passive bypasses his evade. As you can see on the right, it now says evade failed. So do we go for our big damage to end out the fight quickly? Or do we stick with the true accuracy to ignore the evade? The short answer is, I'm going to do both. I'm going to build to my special 2 as I have now, build into my frenzy phase. So we go for some more there. And I'm just going to try and nuke him down as fast as possible while he doesn't have it active. So there we go, we drop the charge. Deal as much damage as we can, that's a lot of crit damage, lots of bleeds running. And we see we're just going to take a burst of damage and the fight's over before he can throw another special to get his evades back. So all about fight control. Up next we have Karnak. We're going to be going in with Mole Man. And I am going to heal up slightly here. It's only Karnak, so I have faith that I could probably get through it. But just for a bit of safety, we'll throw in a few potions. So, Mole Man's healed up a bit. You could heal up all the way if you weren't so sure, but I'm pretty confident as it's only Karnak, and this is the last fight I'll be using Mole Man for. We also have Breakthrough to work with here, as well as dropped heavies, but luckily we don't get punished. Breakthrough gives him the blue armor up passive, which massively increases his armor, but also, every time I hit him, he gains an armor break passive. As the armor breaks stack up, his armor passive goes down, evade the special 2, and then once we're over, I think it's 20-25 hits, we'll actually be gaining damage. So this one's just about lots of hits. So now we're just approaching our big special 2, we'll do what we always do, drop the charges, big special 2. The damage, the first hit and the last hit of that special have the same attack value, but the first hit there was for 11k, and the last hit was for 16, so you can really see how the damage is going up and up and up. Just about to close out this fight, and we're doing our best to avoid any unnecessary damage. Still going for those Mole Man intercepts to get extra charge. One burst, no big deal, and that's Mole Man's job done. Very, very good for this path. Any other unstoppable champions can work if you can get that instant intercept. Think Jugs or Kingpin after his special 2. This Colossus fight, we're going in with Ghost. He does have slightly increased power gain, but nowhere near the level that Gwenpool had, so we don't have to go in with specifically with a power control option. You can see that after sort of 4 hits he's at a bar of power, rather than about 8 to 10. So I think it's 100% power gain. So we're going for the special 2 out of him here. I know that's going to increase his armor up count, but Ghost's main damage comes from crits, so that'll bypass a large amount of his armor. Bait the Heavy, going with my special 2. The damage is okay, but I'm looking for a bit more. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some heavy countering. This will give us extra cruelties and also those fury buffs, and now we can see we're getting some much nicer damage off our medium hits. Up to 4 and 2. See what we can get out of that. The first one's going to drop off. Still, 8k mediums is not bad at all. And now we're doing slightly nicer on the specials. Bait the special 2 out of here. Always keeping an eye on those do not go gentle charges. I don't have the range there after that special 2 to heavy counter. So we just go for normal punish. All about spacing. If you're far back, you can't heavy punish. If you're up close, you can. So, bait another special 1. Another heavy attack up to 5 and 3. Still 10k mediums is not bad at all. And here, this is my last Ghost fight, so we're just going to take some damage. Get lucky there that he doesn't punish us. Heimdall actually saves us there because the node thinks we should have taken a 3rd burst of damage. But no worries. Finally, the boss, Mordo. This guy is a pain. If you need the champion selector, use it. If you needed extra help on the path, you say you brought in Jugs, this would be a good place to bring in White Magneto. I will be using a White Mag's pre-fight here, because Mordo cannot evade passive stuns. So, Doom is metal, so not only do we get the 15% damage bonus, but we also gain those passive stuns, which means we don't have to worry about Mordo evading. So, my goals in this fight. Keep his power down, and keep buffs off me where I can. Throw specials to keep the special delivery timer down, or the hit count down, but also try not to throw the same one twice in a row, otherwise we're taking more damage. So that goes completely off the rails when Mordo decides, hey, I'm going to special 3 you right at the start of the fight. Luckily, Mordo's special 3 doesn't hit very hard, so we can easily survive it. Now I'm going for my special 3. He's got some buffs off him, so Mystic Dispersion will be feeding my power, but we're still going for the standard medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium for the Doom cycle, but I don't need to throw the special 1. Mordo can block unblockable attacks if he's been blocking for at least half a second. Luckily though, we managed to bypass that. We'll go for my special 1 here. So as long as he hasn't been blocking for too long, all's good. Getting smacked in the face isn't advised, but, it's just to keep things interesting. So at this point, we'll be going for my special 3 again. Instantly nullify the power gain off him, which, because Doom is awakened, gives the power gain to me, so we can go to special 3. Here, we're not going to go for the full Doom cycle because I can't remember. And here, I forget that Mordo can block. So, I've used my special 1, but now I've got a problem. I can't use it again to drain his power, because otherwise the node damage would get to me. So I get very lucky, go for 3 heavies, which land, manage to nullify the power gain off him, which puts a shock on him because I'm awakened. I can then use that for my heavy, and then I can break through his block just with my special 1 and go for my special 2 to pretty much close out this fight. Mordo has very high energy resistance while he is blocking. There we go. Oh, we've still got the charges to worry about. Oh, this fight was incredibly scuffed near the end, and in most situations I probably should have died here. That would be a revive, go back in, because we have to get round strength in numbers. So there you have it. Everything you need to know to beat 6.2.5. Up next, we'll be finishing 6.2 with 6.2.6 and the champion boss. And we've got Shuri coming as well. And we'll also have the January update for the tier list. A huge thank you to everybody, as we've just crossed 2,500 subs. You are all really appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.